welcome back. Armchair Safari, the thing that you've been waiting for all Monday, it's definitely not going to be the Apple event, right? No, you were waiting for this. You just wanted to learn about some great design that we found online. Today, we're going to do a design review of a Studio Nil brand, sorry. So the name of the studio is Nil Brands. So it's Studio Nil Brands washing brand, and it's a pretty cool one. It's very timely, and yeah, let's just jump right into it, right? So this is what we're looking at: the Mondial cleaning or Mondial cleaning. I don't know how to pronounce that. It should be fine. It doesn't really matter that much, I think. It's always interesting, but you never know. Oh, and Eric is watching. Hey, Eric. Good to talk to you. It was a long time ago, actually. So here we go. What can we learn from this? The first, let's do as we always do. Let's just look through, get a first experience, and then go into the what is good about this design, what is bad about this design, and does this work for the intended user? So here we have 4 examples of this brand. Can you tell why I picked it? Can you? Can you tell why I picked it? This is such a like this style has become almost a trope at this point. This is the millennial chic meets Gen Z sustainability sort of thing. It's all these like really weird typography, really weird like garish colors, and this cartoony, naivistic illustration style. It's still cool. It's probably still cool. This is gonna feel super dated in 5 years, but who cares? It's still cool. So let's enjoy it while it lasts. Let's start with the illustration style. So what is good, what's bad, and does it work? So I mean, the good thing is that this is like Pablo Picasso is finally nailed it down and drew just a couple of lines, and it still became an ox. I mean, this is so naivistic that it almost looks like it's a Soviet cartoon. The Monstera plant is literally like a blob with a couple of lines in it, and you can still totally tell what it's supposed to be. The washing machine has the most detail, so it catches your eye, which is always a good thing. And it's the water that catches your eye, not the like controls of the washing machine, which is kind of nice. The colors are really, really strong, but they're also super balanced. Nothing is off contrast wise. Interestingly, actually, the line color is the same on. Oh, that didn't work. The line color is the same on all of these, right? Yeah. So on all of the leaves and on the washing machine and the plants, the line color is the same. That's quite interesting. And it still works. Second one, I don't even know what this is called in English. In Swedish, this is a trottoarpratare, which means basically sidewalk speaker. Or a direct translation would be a sidewalk speaker, which is a good name, to be honest. In English, don't remember what this is called. But anyway, we have the combination of the super naivistic, popping illustration, really strong colors, and then the really like extreme sort of. I don't even know what to say about this typographical style. Like Mondial, the actual name of the brand has this super weird, trendy typography where some of the glyphs are like strangely wide, some of them are super narrow, or most of it is super narrow, but some of them are just weirdly wide. So you get this asymmetric effect to it. So it kind of catches your eye a little bit, but it's also kind of hard to read. Not quite sure if it actually works. But the thing is, you don't really look at it. You see it as I guess it's sort of reflected in the lines of the illustration as well, but this is not a logo that you're supposed to read. This is a logo that you're supposed to see and recognize the shape of. Because what you're supposed to read is, of course, a huge block sans serif, beware, wet floor. And you do. And if we look at the flags, why is it so off center? Can I like move it around a bit? No. Let's try to do this. No, it didn't work. Oh, can I stretch the window? Yes, here we go. Okay, cool. So on the flags, totally kind of works. Now, I'm not sure if these are actual flags or if they've like superimposed these on images of flags. The first flag looks a little like the print of it looks a little too flat. The lines are a little too, yeah. I mean, the inner line here is just really, really, really straight to be on a flag with that much wave on it. So I think these are digitally superimposed. That's too bad. It would have been cool to see what it actually looks like. The superimposition, though, it really works. Like it took me a while to figure it out. A regular customer would probably not think about it, and you get a good, nice impression of it. The thing is, though, with these colors, if you print them, they have this 50 sort of vibe where they're very strong, but they're also a little bit washed out, which means that if you print them on textile, they're not going to be that strong. So maybe you'd have to actually saturate them a little bit harder to actually do textile. Not sure. Interesting how they would reuse the mark here from the logo. So it's still here next to the sundial logo, but then it's again in this wheel logo that we haven't seen before, and then it's reused again here in the purple and yellow. Just actually, this is I feel is really really nice because now we're starting to see like, oh, I'm not actually supposed to remember the Mondial name or the logo of that. I'm just supposed to remember these three lines. It has nothing to do with the name or washing. So it's an interesting choice. Also, these balls, these grid balls, they were not on the first two illustrations, right? No, but they are in the flags and they are on this. That's very interesting. So yeah, okay, so here we have a poster, probably also digitally superimposed, but a little bit better. This would probably come out this way on paper, so it's a fair representation of what it actually looks like. And what else? So what is good about this? I mean, it's very now. It's very it's very millennial chic. It's very friendly. It's very fun. It's very light. At the same time, the message is still in your face with these block letters. So it's very clear. It's very clean. That's nice. But it also becomes like with this much variation, it's a very cluttered mess. It almost becomes like a Japanese game show site. And I don't know, like the follow through on like the variations of the logo here with the sundial thing in the middle and the flat one, and then the lines coming across here and there. It just feels a little bit like they're trying to do a bunch of random stuff that just looks nice. Um, so it doesn't really feel that worked out to me. It's also strange to me that you would have this name that I can't even pronounce, Mondial, I don't know, and you would use this font with it that makes it even harder to read. So I'm not sure if I was a customer and I was trying to buy a brand from the studio, I would be a little bit confused as to like why am I finding it so difficult to read the brand name? I think I prefer the this one actually, and this is the one that they're using the least. The grid balls just make no sense. They're just there to take up space. The lines are very cool, but I don't think they're communicating enough that I would actually remember them. Maybe it would be reused through other things. Who knows? But it's not in this design, so you can't really take that into account. So all right, so what do we learn? Well, this style is still very popular. It's still considered very cool, probably, since they're using this as a thing. And it still kind of works. It's still kind of nice and cutesy. And honestly, I just realized that, of course, this style has been around for a very long time in the digital space, but maybe it hasn't percolated down into like the general day-to-day of most people yet. So maybe for a washing service and a house cleaning service, this could be a cool fun vibe that none of their competitors are doing yet. Maybe it could be a thing. Also, being really friendly when it comes to services in the real world is usually a very good idea. So really like that. The clarity of the text is wonderful. The clarity of the logo is not wonderful. Yeah. All right. So that was the good and the bad. So summing it up, does this work for the end user? Is this a functional design? I mean, I don't own a washing saloon, right? A saloon? Washing saloon? Is that a thing? If it isn't a thing, it is now. I don't own a house cleaning service, but I would not be super happy with this. I think I think the first illustration with the washing machine, and I think the yellow and purple background thing, the flag really, really worked. So some parts of this I think are excellent. Some parts of this I think are just extraneous. So that's it. That is everything that I could think of to say about this. What do you think? Did I miss anything? Should I have learned something else from this? Am I just not seeing the genius of it? I don't know. And in like 40 minutes, we're going to be watching the Apple event and forget about what I said. So, there's that. Thank you very much, and talk to you soon.